It's hard to understand the way that you went out. I bet you're living with a little hint of doubt. Maybe next time when you gotta show your hand, you won't cut and run, you'll finally make a stand. 'Cause I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. We're not through. Yeah, I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. Existential questions always get you down. All you want to know is are we lost or found? Is there something that you feel you need to chase? I bet you thought you put me in my place. 'Cause I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. We're not through. I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. Yeah, I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. We're not through. Yeah, I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. You can run, you can hide, but inside, I'm finally getting to you. Yes, it's true. I still love you, but I am getting to you.
Stand by to initiate release sequencer. On my mark. 5,
We're on express elevator to hell. Going down.
2, 1. Mark.
Welcome back to the Resupply with me, Guy Next Door.
Me, DK.
And me, Thane.
Bringing you your weekly double tap of all things
Ish.
Space Marines and Laserforce. Hello to you, gentlemen. Nice to see you. How the heck are you? What's going on?
It has been a week, but the week is over, and we're here, and we're doing a show, and yeah, that's definitely one of the best things I can say about this week is that it's over, and I'm doing a show right now.
Yeah.
Sometimes it be like that.
Sometimes it
It
does
really
be like that. Morning to you, chat. Hey, Troy, what's going on, dude? Nice to see you. Hope you had a good time at the show last night. Atreyu played in Brisbane, and they were supported by the mighty These Four Walls. So some of
Nice.
the crew went along and had a watch.
Cool.
Yeah. Sounds like a good time had by all. DK, how was your week, bro? You doing all good? You good?
Doing good. Looking forward to my trip to Loveland in a little over a week.
Yeah.
So that'll be nice. In preparation for that and for the tournament a ways down the line, I've begun my slow ramp up of different training. It's not like I completely let myself go after the tournament. Like I've still been biking a fair amount, but like not really mixing in as many things like doing as many squats and going running a couple of times a week. Because fuck all that noise.
Don't tell
That's
me
fair.
squats.
How dare
I
you,
was giving
sir.
you a segue here, Steve. So I went
Oh,
for
what you
my
say?
first. I went for my first run of the season. Yeah, I guess it was just yesterday,
Yeah.
and my legs are fucked. Like even with biking, it's just the impact
It's
is
different.
different.
Dude, it's so
Yeah, like
brutal.
you feel it like in your ribs and your back and shit.
I feel like my teeth.
Why? Why is this a thing?
My gums hurt
I
when I
didn't use
jog.
I didn't used to feel my joints scraped together when I would be doing this type of thing. This whole thing sucks, but it's better than the alternative, I guess.
Someone's in their house and they hear you run past and they're like, I think someone just like parked up against the curb. It's like, nah.
So, Steve, tell us about how difficult it is for you to use the toilet today.
Dude. It's funny that you said that, because that's not a thing that I said pre-show, but that's absolutely a thing that happened to me this week. I started training as well. Just because I don't want to die sooner than I need to.
Good enough reason.
Yeah.
To be fair, we would prefer that you don't die sooner than you need to as well.
I got to stick around for a little while. But I started weight training this week, so I've been doing a lot of walking and stuff. But I started weight training this week, and dude, it's the first time I've done squats in quite a while, and my knee, like, it felt weird. It was like a hot ache in the front of my knee. And I didn't like it.
Like that.
Yeah, I had intended to lift weights, do like weighted squats, and I was like, yeah, good one, bro. Maybe we'll get this pain out of here first.
Like ramp up. Start with the body weight stuff. Get your form correct. That's
right.
what you're doing here right now. You're getting your form correct without any additional weights, and then as you get your form correct, then you will add the weights in.
It's interesting though, because the neighbor, I saw him walking around with a can of like CRC, trying to find the rusty gate that was like creaking as it opened and closed. I didn't have the heart to tell him. What's up, Glader? What's up, Stallion? Nice to see you. Wrote GND in his body, leading him down name and Y combination.
Jesus Christ. You just got a fucking drive-by.
Amazing.
Full on capped you like that.
There was no drive-by on that. That was straight up, walked up right in his face. He's like, "Hi, done."
Bam.
Dredge in his knees. All right, you got us there. That's a pretty good one too. So we played a little bit of Laserforce this week, which was cool. We've got I think I talked about on the podcast last time. We've got a group that have started coming, that have joined us from like the public games, and so they've picked up, in the space of a month, they've picked up how to reset, and it is both awesome and terrible, because we play like a warm-up individual or two to start the night, and because the discrepancy in the levels is there, I get my ass handed to me by the new players. It's so gnarly, but that's good. That's a good thing. I'm happy to. I had an epiphany recently, and it was, I don't have to win every game. I don't have to win everything. In fact,
Correct.
It's better if I don't win everything. And it's changed.
That's loser talk. You smacked those birthday parties.
It's changed my outlook on a number of things. And maybe it is. Maybe it's getting old. Please keep that mindset for Easter. Oh wow, that's the thing. I've gone the other way. The part of the reason why I started weight training again is because we're playing a Laserforce Disc Golf Association tournament in Melbourne for the weekend of Easter, and I don't want to lose. I want to win that. And Night Owl hit his first hole in one, which just bugs the shit out of me, because I haven't hit one yet, and I've been playing twice as long as he has. No, good shit, bro. Good shit. Right. But yeah, laser tag this week, and it was great. So we've got a good group. It's exciting. It's exciting to see fresh blood, talented blood pump through the veins of Auckland laser tag.
That is pretty cool. How many people are in that
Like 10,
that group?
8 or 10. And
Oh wow. Okay.
they
That's fucking sick. That's most of a members night.
Oh, exactly right. Like they had a few people didn't come due to COVID or whatever, but there's a core of that group that's like 6 or 7 people, and that they're good. They're good players. Like you could see that if they stick with it and if it's something they want to pursue, they will get better and will have, you know, just a glut of talent, you know, to kind of improve.
Sounds like you figured out Auckland B for 2025.
I mean,
Well,
maybe.
possibly Auckland A.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We've got some
With
stuff
the
cooking.
retirements.
It's interesting you bring that up because we're talking about some potential oldies coming back to play in Brisbane next year, and the players
Love the oldies. Love the oldies.
love the oldies. That's a brilliant setup, by the way. I'm gonna point it out because it's a great setup. Because today we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back and watch that team play a little bit of Laserforce, in the old style, I guess. DK sent us a message to the group and was like, "Hey, why don't we go back and watch like the finals from 2008 on stream?" And I was like, "I've got no other good ideas. That's a great idea. Let's do that." So that's what we're going to do today. It's the equivalent of having a substitute teacher put a movie on in class. We're learning. We're not learning.
Steve's like sniffing glue in the bag.
Nah, never that kid. I was always in the back of the class, but it was usually trying to make somebody laugh rather than sniff glue. Only losers do drugs. Before we get there though,
Very convincing.
was there anything you guys want to talk about briefly before we switch across and put on a home movie?
No, I think we should do it because we got like 4 games to watch.
That's right. We do have 4 games to watch. Let me quickly switch across to here. Oh, that did work. Oh, that's so nice when shit works, man. I don't know why I jinxed it. Do you boys want to set this up? How do you want to set it up, then?
Well, you were there.
Yeah,
I've only watched the thing.
Yeah, I've been
say,
talking for like half an hour already.
Well, for starters, yes, because you can talk and we let you talk, and that's just kind of how that goes. But so as far as this goes, so 2008 was in Ballarat, and it was notable because it was the first time that there was really any type of video recording of the game screens. Now, the reason we were recording all the games is because at the time the scorecards were in this weird flux state because of software updates, and they didn't actually have like any of the stats on them. Like literally, the Space 5 scorecards were a screenshot of the score screen at the end of the game, so there was nothing.
Brilliant.
So we had the brilliant and fucking stupid idea that we were going to still do medic hits for this tournament, but in order to get the medic hits, we were going to have to record the score screens and then watch the games back at night. I cannot reiterate, and I know we've said this on the pod a few different times, but I cannot reiterate how fucking stupid this was. Like,
you guys did the right thing for the wrong reasons. Like, it's amazing that this was recorded for posterity, and I'm very glad that it happened. But yes, your guys' reasoning for that is completely fucking insane.
yeah, absolutely fucking dumb. And literally the only reason that we were able to get the medic hit counts by doing this is because there were literally like 8 or 10 people with laptops. And so at the end of the night, we were able to like take the games off of Al's digital camera because we were recording these onto Al's digital camera and we were able to dump, give everybody like a game or two, and it basically took 2 people rewatching each game to get the fucking medic hits. And yeah, it was not a quick process. It was again, fucking dumb.
Especially since everybody knew Hoodlum was going to win anyway.
I mean, accurate. But yeah, for the posterity and the fact that like now we can look back at it, yes, it's very, very cool. But yeah, DK, you're right. The reason that it was done in the first place, fucking stupid. Absolutely fucking stupid. So what? But one of the kind of interesting things, because these are all being recorded on Night Owl's digital camera, which was just on a tripod in front of the score monitor, is you can occasionally hear people talking in the background, which during the week, during some of the games, as people were listening back and watching back to things, definitely led to some very interesting moments, because people forgot or didn't realize there was a microphone on that camera.
Watch out for the hot mics, folks.
So yeah, there are a few moments over the course of the week that like people would be listening to games and hear something and be like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And of course, everybody was watching these in like kind of the same room and be like, "What?" And show a thing and be like, "That motherfucker." So yeah, it was. There were some moments, let's put it that way.
Talking about you behind your back and right to your face.
Yeah, right to your face. Right, well, before we start, 2008 Laserforce Space Marines 5 Internationals, hosted in Ballarat, Victoria in Australia. 7 teams? 6 teams, can't remember, doesn't matter.
6 teams.
No Brisbane A, noticeably, or at least the players that would, for the most part, be forming Brisbane A. So, no Rusty, no Traj. Those are probably the big 2. So the finals came down to Auckland versus Oakley, Auckland A versus Oakley, and we shall watch. Stallion, I'm going to do the same thing this afternoon, except I'm watching it in VR. Because why not?
I too am going to be watching Dune later tonight as
Perfect.
well. In prep for seeing it on Sunday in IMAX.
Nice.
This Sunday.
Yeah, like in 2 days.
Oh, I thought it didn't come out until next week. Anyway, who cares?
It doesn't.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Let's watch this. I might turn up a smidge. Can you guys hear it all right?
Yeah, I just want to make sure if we're talking over it that it won't be like too distracting or hard to hear us.
Yeah, let us know if you guys want us to turn it down a smidge. But
so the first game of this was funny because Oakley was higher seed and chose the colors and deliberately played from green, which was the weaker side.
I was gonna ask, based on the footage that I saw, it seemed like green is the weaker side in that field.
Man, I don't know how you remember this shit, because I don't remember any of that.
I mean, there's probably a few reasons why I remember it, and you don't. That's okay.
Yeah, probably. Damn you, glue.
So yeah, this was definitely this was a surprise that we were playing from red the first game. We thought that Al was going to force us to play from our weaker side, and he didn't. Now this was also after a haka that
That's right.
shall never see the light of day.
What did I say? I found another video of that haka from a different angle than the one that I've been so used to seeing, and it was it wasn't as bad as the other one. Like it was actually tolerable. I was like, okay, well, it wasn't super horrendous. It's still not great.
No,
you guys tried a thing that you didn't really do before.
That's the key, though. You should never half-ass a haka. You need to practice that shit.
I don't think that you half-assed it. I think it was just you're untrained.
Yeah.
So I don't think you guys need to be too hard on yourselves. Like, would you do it differently in 2024? Yes, you would.
Yeah, slower.
We just wouldn't do it.
It's not like you guys were being like offensive or deliberately provocative.
No, not at all. No.
No,
Um,
and it was definitely one of those things where after doing it, I felt like on top of the world, like, yeah, we're gonna go fucking do this.
Yeah.
And then when I saw the video back there, I was like, oh my god, this was fucking terrible, and we are gonna make sure is never going to be anywhere on any social media ever.
Yeah.
It was what the kids call cringe.
You're not wrong.
Understatement of the year.
Boy, Night Owl had himself a game to open up.
So
Yeah.
real quick, I much prefer the stationary teams. So obviously on the new scoreboard they flip depending on who's in the lead. This is so much nicer to watch. Yeah, stupid thing.
It's less likely to induce ADHD brains just popping off in every direction since the screen's constantly moving.
Yeah.
It is interesting though when you have those really close games and they're like constantly flipping back and forth. That's entertaining, but it's like if you're paying attention to the score, that would probably happen anyway.
It's distracting. Oh, let's go G&D.
Yeah, look at that Steve-O guy doing his job.
Doing his job.
And our medic's still on 20 lives, and their medic's still on 19. Like,
It was a really slow, well, maybe not slow, but it was a kind of defensive heavy game. It seems like where
Ballarat's maze is a relatively defensive maze. Just based on like where the main resupply spots are. The main resupply spots were basically in each base, and so actually getting into where the medics would be generally, it took some doing, it took some coordination. There was definitely some work that you had to do in order to do it. So the fact that the medics are we're a few minutes into the game and both medics are we're still on 20.
Yeah, although Mag's got 500 points, so she shot 5 people without getting shot, which is like pretty fucking great as a medic. It's a good feeling, I gotta tell you.
Yeah. She and I were taking a lot of last hits. I mean, and obviously Steve-O's doing his job, keeping us safe as well. But and then look, I mean, now she shot 8 people without being hit. She took
2 into mental.
Yeah, it's like I took the first on mental. He shot me, and then she took the last two out of it. It's like, okay, it was going well.
Interesting nuke from Virus there. Maybe it was like a base run nuke.
Because,
looks like it is for you guys. Yeah.
But he was he was like
on him.
3 hits off a second.
Yeah, and he just like cracked their whole team almost by himself. It looked like. Must have got in at the right time. Yeah, because now you got Fish all the way down to 13. Mag's still on 20.
Yeah, I mean, Virus and 2K and Smeeg all attacked so well together. It was a little scary. I mean, not for us because they were going the other way, but yeah. 2K is just so quick and just smart with his movement, so he was doing a lot of really great support for Sam.
I wonder who that was.
They cried out in terror.
Yeah, I think might be Ducky.
And then here's this run, and
oh my goodness.
And
oof! Wow.
Yeah, and
20 to 2. You guys just caned them.
Yeah, this was a very good start for us. Obviously.
Yeah. It's like, well, I was cheering for Oakley. I had my jersey and everything, and this game's just not going well.
I noticed, Thani, you were in the hoodie from this year.
Yeah,
this
is the 2008 hoodie.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's really interesting as well from Mental's perspective, and it might be because the meta was different back then, but he did not seemingly didn't think about doing any kind of relief nukes
Early
at all.
drops. Yep.
And now there's kind of a half-hearted 2-drop that didn't do much of anything because it
not
doesn't
done
even
anything,
effectively back you guys off because they just don't have enough stuff.
Yeah,
And other than virus, most of you guys are still pretty healthy.
yeah.
Was this the game that Hoodlum said he was like having some issue with his vest? Because I feel like he comes out after the game and says he got into the resupply like 15 times and couldn't hit either of them, which sounds like some excuse making to me.
Yeah, that sounds
but
like some
I'm
bullshit.
just curious.
Also, happy birthday to you, Wayno. It's his birthday today.
Oh, adding insult to injury.
Wow.
Sorry, Hoodie.
Love you, bro.
That is that's cold, bro.
Yeah,
That's cold.
yeah.
One of the interesting things for me watching this back too was I had forgotten you guys were playing with 3 infield targets instead of 2.
Yeah.
Like that is so bizarre.
Oh,
from our
yeah.
modern approach to the game, like having an extra target in there.
I don't remember that either.
It completely changes the game, and it's part of why I feel like the game must have. It sounds insulting to say advanced because I'm not going to say that people weren't good players back then because I was playing back then too. But just like the pace and the understanding of the game, I feel like even though there were 3 infield targets here, and I know part of it was it's a more defensive maze, but we are more often now seeing commanders scoring 11 or 12K with only 2 targets as opposed to 3, and the commander scores weren't like hugely through the roof.
Part of that can be like getting quicker nukes, though.
Yeah.
You know, if you get your nukes quicker because there's more bases, like.
Well, I think there's also an argument to be made for, especially now with Gen 8, the equipment just being better.
Yeah.
And so actually being able to more consistently hit longer shots. And so I feel like there is, that there is an equipment argument there to be made as well. But yeah, no, this Ballarat was 3 targets because there was essentially a target in all 4 corners. There was 2 bases diagonal from each other, and then there was essentially a neutral in each corner, and I think there was one more neutral in the middle that was turned off. I think that was how that went.
I think you're right though, DK. I think like the way that people approach the game now is a far more cerebral approach. Like I look at how your team from last year's Nats approached Nats, and you guys put far more thought into like a tournament that I think I ever have any tournament. And I think part
I'll
of
plead
that
guilty
is,
to that.
part of
We
that is
definitely- yeah.
you being you. Obviously, you could break stuff down pretty well, but I think it's also the youth in your team. They kind of approach it different, and you can kind of see it in the Loveland Laser Tag podcast. The way that they kind of listen to Kodama and Odin's Fist break down how they approach positions. Yeah. All right. That was game 1.
That was end of game 1. So yeah, you guys just smashed them. There's not really a whole lot to that game because you guys were up by 8K plus another 10. So that pretty much sealed it. The way you guys did this, was it double elim or was it you guys you played a 4-game grand final because that's how we used to do grand finals back
4-game
in the day.
grand final.
Yeah, so you played a double match essentially.
Yeah, and coming off of this game, there was a definite feeling of, oh, wait a minute, maybe we can do this because like my recollection of going into finals was, I mean, yeah, obviously you want to win, but there's still that little bit of inferiority complex that Auckland had at the time around, yeah, we're in the final and we've been performing well and we've been doing this and doing that, but New Zealand has never done a thing at a tournament really. I mean, we have, but we haven't.
Yeah, I would say that, like, it's interesting you had that thought because I remember kind of shaking most of those vibes off after 2006. Even though we got asses kicked in the finals in 2006, I was like, okay, we've arrived. This team, especially because it was, basically the same team. This team has got the talent to win this tournament. I didn't feel outclassed by any team from this year. I felt on par with Oakley because they'd been great for so long, but they're all old, but actually weren't that old. They were like younger than we are now, I think.
This tournament,
Lot,
that tournament was 16 years ago at this point, so
Yeah.
Math.
Yeah.
Math is fun.
Ugh, yuck. Anything you kind of want to? There's not too much we could talk about in that game, to be fair.
No, that was just a good old fashioned stomping, and it went well for us. It did not go so well for Oakley this game.
Do you remember
however,
if we had to kill the game or if we had to stand in the arena for 4 minutes? I don't.
you did have to. The game was manually ended.
Yeah, right.
There are other cuts where you can see people do that, but yeah, back in the day, there wasn't the game auto end, so you had to have somebody who was watching from the lobby, or you had a ref where that was their job was they checked to see if the game was actually over and then ended manually. I think if it was under 60 seconds, the rule was always you had to play it out.
Yeah, right.
Regardless of what happened.
How does that work for like game stats from back then?
So the really fun thing about that is that the team that was alive, the game got ended, their scores didn't commit.
That's what I thought.
So the game didn't actually count.
Yeah.
For you officially. So funny thing about that in Sacramento way back in the day when we started doing Space 5 and we noticed that I would actually put in everybody's games for the teams that had lived from our members nights when we were playing Space 5 so that the game counts would be accurate.
Yeah, right.
So
stupid system.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Game 2, part 1.
Yeah, I've got record.
I think there used to be limits on how long your clips you could upload to YouTube.
Yeah. Hey,
so I think that's why it had to be split into 2 pieces. Because I think it used to be you couldn't upload anything that was longer than like 10 minutes.
Shout out to 2 as well, because massive help this year.
Was that who that was? Was that Tina?
Yeah.
So no, I think this was in 2 parts because like the battery had run out or something and there had to be a quick battery swap or something like that.
The hell's a battery?
Okay. Because I thought Game 4 was also split into 2 parts.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Well, okay. So this one's like 6 minutes. The one that was just previously was just over 10. So.
True. Okay.
Yeah, this was. I'm pretty sure it was just a case of like a battery running out and having to be swapped or something like that. So this is game 2 of this, and Oakley's not real happy after that first game. That much I definitely remember. They were not expecting that game to go like that.
Mental was
Had you guys beaten them during the week? Because I know you guys said that you were ranked second going into finals, but had you taken games from them previously?
We took games. We hadn't taken we didn't take a match.
Okay.
Mental was always one of those cats that played so much better angry as well. Where he got shitty, he didn't get bad. He got real good. Piece of shit.
The other thing I'm noticing that is different from I think a lot of people play now is there was a lot of people missling the bases.
Yeah,
and that I think is an equipment issue.
That was strictly an equipment issue.
Yeah.
If it's virtually impossible to missile players, then why waste shots on the base? Definitely missile the bases. But now with Gen 8, it's like, well, you might tell the new players to use missiles on the bases so they don't come back for shots as much, but really for good players, you should be trying to get those missiles on the players, not waste them on bases.
Yeah.
So that's just interesting to see how that has evolved with the equipment. Because you guys were playing on Gen 6 for this, right?
I think it was actually Gen 5.
Was it actually, were they Gen 5
I'm
suits?
pretty
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, because they were
pretty sure
older
it was
than
Gen
what we
5.
had. They were generation behind what we had. So yeah, they must have
So
been.
this is the last Nats that would have been played on a Gen 5
Yeah,
system
right.
then.
G5P is. Yeah.
Because I know
yeah,
that
my
we
little
definitely
brother.
had Gen
Yeah.
6 installed when Sacramento reopened late in this same year, late 2008. Like we had new Gen 6 packs.
We
I wasn't sure if you guys had
this
5 or
Hey,
6.
Shawnee.
almost killing mental this game. Yeah,
People in the background.
Yep.
Ah, damn it!
well, and here's the problem: we don't kill him. He gets filled back up, and he fucks us. I'm pretty sure that's the net result of this game.
What the fuck am I doing? Go out and attack, you chump.
That was just from watching the screen, like I was getting the impression that sort of the standard operating procedure was both teams had a commander and a scout who were like all the way forward on attack. So Mental and Hoodlum for Oakley, and it seemed like it was mostly 2K and Virus.
Yes.
And that Sneak and Night Owl were kind of like the midfield scouts, who
Yeah.
were sort of picking up
Yep.
trash.
Well, there was like a ramp that crossed the field and was the kind of the only elevated part of the maze. And so if you had a scout controlling that middle area, it really helped kind of back up the two pincering players, because there was
Sure.
multiple points of entry into each kind of base that you were holding in. Yeah, it was quite good actually. We removed our upstairs play area at Auckland completely out of play in preparation for Ballarat, just to keep it all kind of one level.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it definitely led to some interesting speedball games during that
It kind of
practice.
that I would say that was almost more similar to St. George, more so than Auckland, just because of that little elevation.
Yeah.
And why aren't you getting lives? That's a bad ammo habit.
Yeah. This was.
I mean, I know Mental just dropped a couple of nukes on you guys, but I noticed
Hey, look.
that
Hey,
I
look.
was like,
Lives.
yep, get those lives.
What'd you miss, Shorty?
Oh, wait, I
we
got
did
shot.
game one already. Auckland A beat the shit out of Oakley. Game two, Oakley are slightly returning the favor.
No, I'd say so. But
I mean,
much more even split because
Yeah.
you guys basically had like a 19-0 advantage when you guys played from red,
Yeah.
your medic, and now it's only 8-3 in their favor. So you guys still did a fair amount of damage to their back line. But this is the part that still does remind me of the modern game too, is just the better players and playing at the top level. You're seeing how disciplined most people are with their lives and shots. Like people don't run themselves all the way down.
well, so and
In comparison to like a social night.
that's exactly kind of that sort of goes hand in hand with what Glader's just put in chat. Like back in the days of only having low and critical as like measurements. So yeah, you have to like count. Yeah. Oh. Part two.
Yeah,
Pretty seamless.
it was very quick change. We got lucky there.
Virus had a slow game. I'm having a shocker.
That's the first thing I do as a medic, and I'm on crit. Heal the ammo.
Hot take. Hot
Yeah.
take right there.
Yeah, thanks, Blair.
Thanks, Blair. That's
thanks for
my
that.
little brother.
That was- okay.
Yeah.
Is that monkey?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Blair.
He's like me, but
That's true. Come on, Mag. You're supposed to be babysitting the ammo. That was like 80% of my job at the last Nats was
Oh,
anytime
wait,
I could confirm seeing
No.
Odin get shot.
No, I think we had gotten split, and then there was pressure, and then it was just all bad.
does
Yeah, late game they executed real well against you guys.
is Magrat leaving the arena part of the finals, or was that during the week?
That was during the week.
She got lost and ended up running out of the maze and was like, "Fuck!"
Like, oh.
If you had to turn a corner, and there was like the like plastic whatever the things you
Yeah.
walk through.
The
Yeah.
bacteria traps. Yep.
Is that actually what that is?
No, that's just what they become.
Oh,
And like
yeah.
people walk through them constantly, just like nothing but human skin cells and like a 2
Human
centimeter
incels.
layer. Man, Sneak was such a beast.
Sneak's still a beast. We keep underutilizing him. Only because
True.
there's not many other people that I completely trust in the resupply. Much to his chagrin, because I keep putting him back
Yeah.
there, and he's like, "Fuck you, man! I'm a way better scout." I think he is. I think he's a
He
much
is
better
quite-
scout.
That's accurate.
He's a great scout. He's
Yeah.
a great scout.
Yeah,
Both of
'cause
them having himself a hell of a game too, because I need to remember that 3K out of Sneak scores bases, but still.
yeah. I mean, the original plan in 06 was for the resupply to be Sneak and Magrat, and then that really wasn't working, and then things got moved around, and I went into resupply, and we moved Sneak out to Scout, and suddenly things worked. It was like, oh, okay.
That's right,
Yes.
because we didn't have Magrat in the 06 team, right? We had Longsol.
No, we had Magrat in the 06 team.
Who didn't we have?
I think it was you guys had Lone
2K.
Soul instead of 2K.
Yeah.
Oh,
2K.
yeah,
2K
right.
is the swap.
Wow.
Yeah. The original lineup in 06, and this is going to cause people to laugh. Was Magrat at medic, Sneak at scout. I'm sorry, Sneak at ammo, Soul and Virus at scouts, Stevo at heavy, and me at commander.
Is that your?
No, that was the original thought process, because I was more effective at hitting medics than Sam was.
I think that's some old man mush.
Which is,
around there.
which is also just an interesting kind of thing to prioritize. I mean, not that that isn't accurate today. I mean, you still want to be able to kill the medic, but like thinking of that as the sort of principal role of the commander, I feel like is maybe a little different in the modern meta.
Yeah, right.
But that and Stevo, your brain is mush. We know this. That was the original lineup, and it wasn't working.
Remember, that was 2006, Steve. That was way back in the day. Than used to be good once upon a time.
Yeah.
He keeps saying
And-
this.
and that was the point when it really wasn't working during practice that we started like moving things around. We moved me back into resupply, and Sam back up to commander, and Sneak back into scout, and that was the point at which everything gelled.
Yeah.
It was like, oh yeah, this is the lineup. I know the other reason. this swap
8-bit
happened.
isn't 5 screen.
Yeah.
Fucking youths.
When we started practicing, I hadn't been injured yet. I blew this tournament. I'm playing with no ACL in my
yeah.
left knee. So that was the other reason for needing to make the change. Is I couldn't move.
Yeah, tell us
Much.
more about that, Than. How you played a laser tag international tournament with no ACL in your knee.
It
I don't
was-
want to hear you criticizing anyone else's bad decisions.
They
Get fucked.
Virus and Metal had a pretty even game.
Pretty close.
Calm
Pretty
down,
even, yeah.
autoplay, fucking hell.
Yeah, so I mean, based on, I know that it's a 4-game match, it's not a 2-game match, but if you just look at that set of games, you guys definitely had the stronger elimination against them
Game 3.
than they had against you. So you guys would have been up in the match, like you would have won match 1, even though I know this is all part of a larger match.
Yeah.
Because yeah, they're up about, so not even quite 6K. You guys were up like 8 something.
Yeah, because
Plus
and
the
that
10.
that kind of comes into play for the way that finals kind of shook out as well. Because it wasn't accumulative over the 4 games, right? It was whatever was the largest total over the 4 games, rather than
No,
whoever won.
it was a combination. Go back. If you win three out of the four, you win. It wasn't.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't score based. But going into going into game 4, there was a definite. Oh, it's this much. Okay.
Yeah. If it's 2 games apiece, then it comes down to total score.
Yeah, because yeah, okay, we'll talk about it when we get there. Boy, oh boy, I love these old score screens. That's so good. Switch across. Oh, actually, I think I was about to yell at you guys.
See, what really messes me up is that, like, the rapid fire activation's all messed up. I'm used to seeing Amy shooting her gun back.
Yeah.
But where's it giving me my proper rapid fire animation?
Yes, Tucker. This is 2008.
You were 13 at the time.
I mean, at least you were alive.
What did he just say?
But honestly, I don't care. I couldn't give a stuff what it says, frankly.
And this jerk you hear in the background is Wasp, who's a Ballarat player who was talking shit all fucking week.
It's really funny.
Near the camera.
This was back in the day when...
Talk all the shit you want, you ain't in finals.
This was back in the day when everyone got a trophy. And he made the first, second, and third.
Trophies.
He made the first place trophies massive because I think his thought was, we're gonna win them. I want a fucking huge trophy.
Yes.
Brilliant.
And they weren't even in the finals in their home maze.
Which is also part of the reason this whole idea came about, is that we did our whole tier ranking of finals, and we were pretty much in agreement that this was an S tier finals. Because I think that element of it was a neutral field for both of you, so it really was 2 teams just having to change things up and really not having the advantages of experience in the field at all. That's, I think, what really makes it interesting.
I must admit, I feel a bit disappointed that for whatever differences we've had on this match, that they would think that I'm a conflict of
He didn't say anything. He didn't say anything too bad, but I was hoping. That's one of the highlights of having these videos, man. It's so good, is being able to go back and listen to the shit talk. Spoonie is having a shocker, an absolute shocker. He copped a lot of shit from this tournament. Did Spoon Man?
Yeah, he did.
Poor guy.
Poor guy.
Well, and Mental's not having a real great start either. I mean, he's so
the heavies are going all out here. Steve and Duckman.
Oh yeah, let's go, Ducky.
Work.
I like Ducky was one of those. Ducky was such a to be feared heavy. He was so good back in the day. He's
Well,
yeah.
Well, and this tournament also, we have to remember, he had hernia surgery not too long before this. So I'm playing with no ACL. He's playing on a recent hernia surgery. There is so much dumb happening in this tournament right now.
Well, I don't understand why those guys think that they should quit and not play next year. I think they're in better health now than they probably were during this tournament. So why not keep playing?
What was that hoodie do? I don't remember anyone having an owie elbow. What was the owie elbow?
Yeah.
Mental's close. Oh, he's got a base. I was gonna say, you closed the gap. Oh, you got a base.
And but again, they're running their live now much further than you think they should be.
Yeah.
Rooney's real. I mean, good thing that doesn't get back to them in the ass. The fact that their ammo doesn't get caught. That's really unfortunate for this team that I'm supporting.
Good team. Strong team. Strong family team.
Yeah. Overall, it just seems like after the first 2 games, and this happens a lot in finals, the pace has slowed down a little bit. That they're being more calculated, that they're defending areas more effectively, and people are a little more tired. But that to me is one of my favorite things about finals, is just that it becomes a much different game.
Yeah.
During the week, and you don't see a lot of people scoring 12, 13K, because it's just people are being way more careful.
Oh, I love the screaming in the background. It's so good.
It is so good.
Medic total's much closer this time around too.
Yeah.
The
Stinks having a
medic
game.
the medic totals are much closer, but like as a team, we're maintaining so much better.
Mm-hmm.
But again, red side was the stronger side.
Oh, let's go, me. Doing good.
Get him, Steve.
Get him, me. Go out and get him. Sneaker's having himself a game too.
And Virus missiled Spoon Man, I saw, so that's a missile that was sunk into a player.
Nice.
At least something of note.
It was
Night
tough,
Owl
man.
beating up some-
Really tough to get missiles off in these suits.
Oh yeah, I remember. Like Gen 4 and Gen 5, you had to work for missiles.
Oh, dude, it was so
Like,
brutal. Someone bent in half, they'd dodge a missile.
that's why, like, I feel like Highlander used to be the sort of prestige individual game
Yeah.
in SAC back in the day, because it was hard to missile, so it was like, that was your way of establishing dominance, and it's like, yeah, I'm good at missile, I'm good at not getting missile, and that's like the apex skill that people
Yeah.
was important. Nowadays, you can just missile people around the corner and off walls and shit.
We played with a guy from Megazone this week, and he was just like, "Oh man, like I just put my head over a thing and just dead."
Yeah, it happens.
What a good counter for mental there.
Can I get you to move your mic a little closer, bro? Yeah.
Drop it, virus. Drop it, virus.
Monkey being like, hey Sam, do a thing, bro. Do a thing,
Yes, to
bro.
drop. That would do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Ooh, man.
Yeah, I mean,
It
Someone
would have
eat a
to
pop
end
ball?
the game, but man, it would put them so far on the back foot that it would be hard for them to recover.
Hard to bend spoon like that. Brilliant. There is no spoon.
It sort of reminds me of the last game that we played against Brisbane this last year, where like we weren't able to like completely eliminate their team early. Like it still took a long time, but it just kept so much pressure on them that they couldn't really push back effectively. Medics are still kind of close though.
Yeah, but he's only on 8 lives, so he's
Shoot
got
that
nothing new.
bend.
And she's on 11.
Finally, Spoon Man gets resupplied.
Oh, it's not too far away.
I think that was partially why he copped a bit of shit for this final series, especially was just the resupply not making sure the ammo had enough lives.
look at me on 19.
Oh, that's another one.
Sneak being sneaky, shooting that. Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Sneak just butt fucked him. Jesus!
When he had more shots, then he can take them out.
Yeah.
He
yeah,
laid out the
Sneak-
python on him.
Actually, Steve-O, you're having a fucking game.
Doing all right this
game,
time.
too.
Yeah.
And of course, now both teams have recovered lives. Like the pressure backed off a little bit.
Both heavies are ahead of their commanders if you take bases out of the equation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the heavies had to kind of step up in these more defensive, grindy games.
Tucker,
Yeah.
three bases. Yeah, it's just this particular maze. The way the bases were is like there was the red and green bases were in opposite corners. There were neutrals in the other corners, and there was a neutral in the middle that was turned off. But yeah, 3 bases. So.
And that used to
Completely.
just be part of the quirk of
Yeah.
different fields, is that some fields had 2 infield targets and some had 3, and you just kind of had to make the adjustment.
Yeah.
We actually did not codify that in the standard floor rules until I think about 4 years ago, where we had developed a kind of custom among sites that, all right, let's everybody, when we play Space Marines, everybody practice with the same number of targets. Let's have it to be 2 targets. That seems like the right number. And that just became kind of the standard. But it wasn't actually codified in the rules until either the most recent draft or 2 drafts ago when I was doing it. And that was something that we brought up in committee was, should we actually codify this in the rules so we don't like go to some site that's like, we play with 5 infield targets and just completely skew the game. So it did used to be a quirk of the field. That's just how It was.
I remember like some mazes used to have infield game monitors on. So
Yep,
you
this
could,
been did. Yep.
yeah, you could see, and I think didn't Oakley have one as well? I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Oakley Arena had one. I don't know if it was on when we played in 2003, but
Virus used all his missiles.
you could see, the amount of lives that players had on the infield score screen. Brilliant.
Well, that'd be some handy info to have sometimes.
Yeah. I remember there was like I don't know if it was a rumor or how actually, I'm not going to go into that.
Yeah, heal fan.
Yeah, heal me. Do you heal me? I can't remember if you heal me. Oh wait, we're getting bases.
There you
yes,
got
you
healed.
healed me. Ta-da!
There you go. Yeah, still not the hugest advantage of lives for you guys, but with you having the ability to recover some,
Yeah.
should have this game in hand. Mental's just got a shit ton of lives, though. He did good getting capped off before
Yeah.
his medic left.
Oh yeah.
It's unfortunate that Hoodlum did not do the same thing, or they might have had a chance to kind of play this thing out.
Ducky pulled his game back as well. We are about even again. I was ahead of him for a while, but he's starting to dominate as he did.
Virus and Mental both kind of accelerated there through the mid game, going into late game now.
Yeah, and at this point, we're back in the red base. Magrat is in a corner, where people would have to like basically turn 2 corners to try to shoot her. So
Where the medic belongs.
You good? You say that. You shut up.
We like our corners.
in this particular case, it was the right thing for sure.
Yeah, when your medic's on 1, yeah, for sure. I'm just like, guys, I'm gonna be in the spider hole. Come find me if you need lives.
That's
But
so
now you
funny
guys are in
too.
control of that. You have plenty of lives, so
I
good
keep
control.
killing my
I
own
mean,
team. Useless.
Damn it, Steve. It's one of the things where, if I remember correctly, like, it does take a while to get Mental out. But
Well, he had a lot of lives.
he had a lot of lives. It's
He
just
had
like,
a
if you
lot
had
of lives.
one more person on his team who was a bit healthier, well, he and Duckman are both reasonably healthy. Like, if they had kind of holed up in a spot and held it together, they might have been able to bleed this out a little bit more.
I keep seeing the reflections of people in the screen.
Yep.
And it's making me think somebody is behind me. yeah. I was like, oh, no. I can see behind me on the camera. Silly.
Yeah, I mean, okay, and now with 3 minutes left, now Mental takes the last tag out of Magrat. But at this
He's gonna have
point,
another nuke. But yeah, you guys got too much control.
yeah, at this point, it's like, okay, we have 100 team lives. Okay, we should be able to do a thing, and
Yeah.
we do.
And you guys must have felt in control of this game too. Ooh, a 3-tap out of Duckman. That's sneaky sneak.
Yeah, Sneak just doing work is
Yeah.
basically.
And Nido having a very quiet, like, 7K game, just consummate in the back, getting a bunch of tags.
Yep.
Can
Does
go back
that.
and listen to what was talked about there. My little brother defending us. Shot, bro.
Good. Never turn your back on family.
Oh, I think I was yelling some shit too. Yay for Steve.
Yep. Yay, Steve-O. Communication.
I need to go watch this.
God damn
I take it
Blair.
you were saying Mental going to blue?
Yeah.
Well, can't understand you with your bloody accents
I
anyway.
know, eh?
And then, yeah, here we are, 2 minutes, Mental on 7 lives, I mean, and now it's just like, okay, 4 corners and hunt, let's go. But I mean,
This is where I hear Than's voice in my head. Finish the fucking game.
yup. Well, because like if we don't finish this game out correctly, it really makes
That puts a lot of pressure on for game 4.
Yeah.
yeah, like a lot of pressure.
The margin between the two teams has shrunk every single game so far.
Mm-hmm.
From like 8K to 6K to now only about 2K. So, ooh.
Yeah, and now it's like, oh, now he has no shots, but he still has missiles, so he's still dangerous. And oh look, I'm gonna reset on people and kill mental.
Yeah, go ahead, shoot your commander.
Yeah.
Let Thane get some points.
Mars is like, quit it!
Why aren't you resetting off your own team, Steve? Come on, shoot some people.
Wow, that time
man down.
jumped real quick.
Yeah, this is. I mean, yeah, we were very lucky to get this.
I mean, you guys handled your business. It took maybe longer than it should have, but they played it out well. It gives you guys a bit of a cushion. So that's like, so it's about 2,800 plus the 10K. So that gives you guys a lead
I think
of about 14 or 15K going into the last game.
Yeah, it was in that 14 to 15-ish range, and I remember before this last game starting, like actually like going and looking at it, which I shouldn't have done. So I actually had to tell Al, oh, the differential is this much, because you're not supposed to know what the differential is going in, and since I knew, it was like, oh yeah, here it is.
I mean, you see the screen after the game. You can do some quick math in your head.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Plus,
knowing exactly what it is, I don't know that makes a big difference.
Yeah, we knew that it was, well, at least like my simple brain was just like, well, it's 2 elims to 1, so all we have to do is not get eliminated this game, and we will win.
Pretty much.
We actually had a game plan around it. Were you just talking about it? I chewed that out. Did you talk about the game plan yet, or no? You want to talk about it?
No, he started it, but
right.
We had to do some other details.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I was trying to do
too many things at once.
Yeah.
It was that person who was behind you.
Yeah.
Just keep distracted.
But yeah. So we had a game plan going into this, and I can't remember whose idea it was.
I think it was Sam's.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
I'm pretty sure it was Sam's.
King reckons it was him. Who knows? That guy's crazy.
It was a team effort.
It was a team effort. So we knew going in that it was 2 elims to 1, and if we didn't get eliminated, we would win the finals. And so we had a call of, I think it was home. So if we found at any point during the game that they were starting to dominate, somebody would make the call home. We would all come back to our base and just turtle. We'll put up a wall, we'll turtle, and we could at least try and like outlast them, because we were pretty confident in our ability to defend the base.
Fucking walls.
We'd learned some lessons from 2006.
Hey, when you're the one doing the wall, it's fine. It's when other teams are doing it that it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
This is the worst kind of discrimination. The kind against me.
We were pretty confident in our ability to turtle. And I don't know if it's necessarily a great way. It's good to have a plan, but it's not. It's not a way to win a game of laser tag. It's a way to try and not lose. So,
anytime you start playing to not lose,
it's problems.
It gets dicey.
Yeah. Real quick, I want to see what they were saying.
I think that's Mookie's mom. In the background. I don't know.
Must have
doesn't really matter.
I'll go back and find it later.
So it sounded like some ducky yelling.
Oh.
No, it's just the underdogs. They're not expected to win.
That's what it was. I didn't hear what it was in response to.
It's a fair comment. I understand that.
Yeah.
When you're the lower ranked seed going in, it's true.
Yeah.
Probably the money line would be against you.
Don't condone gambling.
Adjust my screen here.
Oh, no way. Somebody's kicked the bloody camera. Am I not turtly enough of the Turtle Club?
Steve puts the turd back in turtle.
Got a bad case of the tits. All right.
So winner take all, basically.
Yeah, it's, it's somewhat, so somewhere in that 14 to 15k range, and I mean, yeah, if we stave the elim off, the odds of them beating us by that amount are minimal.
Yeah, pretty unlikely.
Could it happen? Sure,
Yeah.
but
well, that's what people were saying to us, like in the last game of the last tournament, that before Brisbane started walling, we actually had them by the margin that we needed.
Yeah.
But we had no way of knowing that. We're not gonna get an 8K advantage against Brisbane of all teams. We have to elim them.
Yeah.
That's the only way to get this done.
And so this game is just everybody's just throwing haymakers because
that was quite the wall of red team advantage on that
Yeah.
one. So they came out with the force. I noticed that in a few previous games, it seemed like King made a sort of long run right off the break to get some people, and he wasn't able to execute that in the latter two games.
Yeah, right.
They wised up to that strategy.
Dude, so he was doing it all week. So you go then.
He was basically one of the only people fast enough to be able to, off the break, get from the base up the ramp across the middle and down the other ramp and basically get into the base before people would reactivate off of their initial double taps. And so he was fully taking advantage of his speed to catch early resets out of people. And so the counter on that started being, either A, don't take the tap, or B, make sure you're a little further away than, you otherwise think you need to be. But look, mental dropping an early nuke. Like 2K
that almost went real bad for 2K, yeah.
Yeah, 2K on 2 lives after that early nuke. That, if 2K dies there, we're pretty much fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, Hoodlum and Mentor were both pretty quick. They're just, I don't know, there's many people faster than the King brothers.
They're quite fast.
They're pretty fast.
Maybe Scythe or Jarrett.
I'd say Scythe, maybe not Jared.
No, not Jared. Jarrett.
Oh,
from,
Jarrett.
Loveland.
Yeah. He's pretty quick too. Yeah.
He's fucking fast.
He's basically, it's easy to move nothing.
He's like the main reason I had to start training to run again.
So we're not allowed to fart when he's in the resupply, otherwise he'll fly off the ramp. I was gonna ask then, do you remember where the starting areas were? I don't recall where they were. Did we just start in the bases?
We just started in the bases, which made the initial set really easy.
Yeah.
You're literally starting where you're gonna resupply, and the only thing you had to be kind of aware of with the bases as resupply was that the base areas were fully chase exempt. Your 3 meters didn't count inside of those base areas. So you did have to
but you couldn't chase through them,
surroundings.
Right? You could chase into them and not out the other side. Is that how it worked? I can't remember.
No, it was distance inside the base area didn't count.
Yeah. Oh, right. So you could run through.
It was like the bridge on Brisbane.
So basically you could run circles around the base, the actual base pillar in the middle on things, and that was no distance.
So what I'm asking is, could you run 1 meter into the base area and then
2 meters the other
2
side?
meters the other side? Yeah. Versus the bridge, which is you can chase onto the bridge but not onto and then off of the bridge.
Right. Yeah. There's the two different types of chase exclusion zones.
Yeah. James and John Calkins are super fast too.
They're also fast. And Shawnee's right. I mean, this was truly not quite the heyday of the Oakley team, I would say. That was maybe the year before 07 as being one of their major victories, but they were coming off a victory against Brisbane in their home field. So in Oakley's home field, I mean. Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
We just did this.
Yeah, no.
We just did the
No, I
tiers.
can't remember. Because we didn't send a team that year. There was like 3 of us that went. It was me,
Okay.
me, Virus, and Hurricane. I don't remember. I don't remember anything.
So I was there, but I don't remember.
I should see someone.
Possibly.
It's big goldfish, Steve. It's big goldfish.
But again, here we're into the game. Both teams are throwing haymakers, but both
Real
teams
close.
are staying stacked up on lives.
If you take out bases, it's close on score, and it's very close on medical lives. This is a good game.
Yeah, and but there's a point where it starts going very bad for us very quickly. Like
Yep.
we're okay, we're fucked.
That's how games turn sometimes, especially when you have competent teams who are taking control of the field, and it's like, okay, we got to go to our backup spot. Nope, there's people there. We got to go over here. Nope, there's somebody there too. It's getting tough.
But like here, we're like, okay, we're getting on top. We're doing some things. You know, we've pushed both their resupply to single lives, but I think this is where
Well,
Magrat. Yep.
Mental's dropped his nuke.
It's getting hairy in there.
Here it is. It's the nuke, and then Mags and I think get completely screwed going through this.
Well, she just
This hit.
resupplied you, so
Yeah.
you're not totally split.
So just
But-
before the nuke drop, Hoodlum had gotten and was
see-
killing both of
see?
you.
Okay, so here's
She dies. Virus
He
is counter
dies.
nuking though, because he got that base, and there's the game right there.
Oh, there's Spoonie. Later, bro.
Yeah, nuke go boom, ammo go dead. They've still got a medic, but no way to resupply shots. And Ducky on 2 shots.
That's so brutal, man.
Yeah, the combination of those things is really what won you guys the game off the break. Because if Ducky has more shots there,
2 TSD.
it's not a completely done deal. But yeah,
Yeah, it was.
it was the combination of their ammo dying and Ducky not having shots.
Yeah, and there's a like, Ducky's gonna take his last shot, and the next time he goes to shoot, you're gonna hear him scream as he
think-
realizes that he is out of shots.
I think Spoonie comes out and starts yelling immediately, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think he just pieces out.
Can hear Fishy and Magrat in the background having a yarn.
Yep. Medic's being like, man, we got
Dead Medics
fucked."
Club.
It's all over.
Oh. And there's Ducky screaming
Yep.
because he went to shoot and he's out of shots, and that's it.
You got 3 missiles. Just go use them, Paul. It's not that bad. Your commander just nuked. You should, if you get at least a couple of missiles off of that, just go get them. It's not that hard.
And now, and now this is the point at which we are now all back in the base, and this is the point at which we're all turtled up. I'm in a corner because I'm trying to make sure that I can keep Steve-O alive. And I have this very clear memory of us just like, why aren't they pushing in on us? Why is this not happening? And obviously we find out later it's because Duck had no shots, so he couldn't push in. And because they had no way to reset hit points, and we did, it was just attrition.
Yeah.
I was able to keep Steve-O alive.
Look at Steve being a wall right there.
Hell
Boom.
yeah.
Dude, no, Steve-O played out of his mind during this particular section. He yelled at me a little bit later.
Steve? No, I don't believe it.
Nah.
Oh, sneak picking on the helpless duck.
Yep. Well, and that was awesome. But no, there's a point where like the action slows down completely as like, you know, people have run out of shots and this, that, and the other, and we're still waiting for them to just rush us and just totally mess us up.
Yeah,
And-
you guys obviously don't know, because if you knew, be going on the offensive right now. There's no reason not to. They can't. They literally can't eliminate you guys.
Well, I mean, Hoodie and Al still have a ton of shots, and Mental with 7 shots is enough to be 7 shots and a missile is enough to be dangerous. So don't feed them. And I'm pretty sure at this point we've heard that we're ahead. So it's like, don't.
Yeah.
There's no reason to push out. And obviously Mental is still trying to crack in. And I think Virus mutuals to get his 20th special and dies.
Yeah. Yeah, Shoddy.
Use him as a reset, please.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Vince's got no shots, mate.
So, yeah, no shots, 1 missile. So he could have gotten a nuke, which would have caused problems. So the whole like, nope, we're gonna stay back in our little cubby, and chill. So this is the part, and I know everybody watching this is gonna be totally shocked. I talk when I'm nervous. I know everybody is really shocked to hear that. And at this point, I'm in a corner. I'm pretty sure Sneak is he's not next to me right this second, but he's going to be next to me very, very shortly. There he is. And I'm chattering like, okay, we're gonna do this. And Steve-O's like sweeping back and forth on the base floor. And he's like, Dan, shut the fuck up.
I'm trying to hear shit. I'm trying to hear who's about to come in, and he's just like sitting there, just come on, guys, just like laughing about nothing. I'm like, dude, shut up.
Pretty much, yeah.
You get a little giddy.
Yeah, there was definitely a bit.
Oh, that's
a bit
Virus
of that.
saying they don't know. You guys don't know what the game state is.
Yeah.
Well, again, we'd have no reason to. Like the extent of the game state that we know is that, you know, we can hear the PA saying that we're ahead. Okay.
There you
go. Just stay back, and Hoodie, bless his heart, did keep trying to push in, but you know, he'd shoot Steve-O once. Steve-O would shoot him, and I'd be like, "Here, Steve-O, have a shield reset," and to be like, "Oh."
I can't help it," said the hoodlum. "It's my nature."
I want to hear just quickly.
They don't know. They think that they don't even know what's going on. I just said, look, stay here. We'll stay here for the rest of the game. Because it's 3 games, 3 different. You guys gonna win.
Yeah, someone in the background's like, "Oh, they just need to send them out." It's like, shut up.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna set yeah. We don't know the game state, and if Dan drops that last missile and gets that nuke, like, okay, that kills 2K. That puts, no.
No, all it means is Steve would have to win the game single-handedly by himself by tracking down the rest of the red team.
Again.
Steve. He could have done it. You guys denied us the more epic ending. That's it. We're dropping out of S tier now. I wanted to see one man wrecking crew, Steve.
I had a moment like that in Detroit, which I remember fondly. But they became few and far between those moments.
Yeah, so they're really
fun when it happens, though.
Yeah, they're great when it happens, for sure. But yeah, so literally, this is like the most boring last like 3 minutes of a finals ever.
Just sitting there.
Yeah, and
I've got this dude chatting in my ear, and we can hear like, I can't remember specifically what they were saying, but I do remember the Oakley boys talking shit outside of our base area.
Trying to goad you into an attack.
Not like talking shit to us or about us, just talking like nonsense. I wish I could remember what was being said, but I do remember like I think Hoodlum was cracking jokes or something.
Hoodie was definitely cracking jokes.
Sounds like a good thing to do.
I think at this point, like there was some talking back and forth with them, like, "Hey, come out," and we're like, "No." Yeah. Yeah, it's just
Literally nothing has happened for the last 2 minutes.
I would imagine. I need to ask him, but I'd imagine Duckman is standing way away from where we are, so angry against the wall, just being so surly.
That's gotta suck too for the last 3 minutes, knowing like you can't do anything
Can't do
and you're
anything.
going to lose.
Yeah.
That's like you have to make peace with it in that 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And just be like, fuck, it's
Yeah.
lost, it's over. Because at least if you're still fighting the whole time, you can kind of delude yourself into thinking that, oh, well, I don't know, I haven't seen the score screen, I don't know what's going on. But
Yeah.
it's like knowing you need the Elim to win, and there's literally no way to affect it. It's hard. Oh, there you go, Hoodie. Way to shoot King.
You killed 2K, you bastard!
He got the reset though. He got the reset. It was worth it. Worth it. He got it. What a dirtbag.
Yeah, so nobody had any shots.
Yes. That's so brilliant. What an epic way to end the finals. Not necessarily for anyone else other than like the people that were there. Anyone watching this shit like on a podcast might be like, that's not interesting. It really was.
So the other thing I have a very clear memory of after this game was coming out and basically collapsing against a wall and just like back against the wall and just thud and just sitting straight down like just straight up exhaustion, adrenaline drop, just the whole 9 yards. Like, wait a minute, what did we just do? We just did. Really? Okay.
Oh, it's giving me tingles all over again. It's what it's done.
I don't need to hear about your tingles.
I'm going to tell you anyway.
You guys could at least let 2K go get his base. You guys are so mean.
Nah,
just
fuck
make
him.
him sit in the base and then you use him as a reset to take his last life.
Yeah, good job, Steve.
Get Rick, son.
But yeah, but no, from a historical record standpoint, I'm so glad we have these videos, even if the reason we did them was dumb.
Like, it's not dumb, it's just excessive. Like, do we need those awards, really? Well, yeah. Yeah, of course we do.
Because reasons.
Because reasons.
Do you guys remember who won All-Star Awards for this tournament?
Me.
I'm assuming Than won ammo.
I can...
Yeah, I did. I won ammo. Fish took medic.
Fish is Crazy Glue for people who don't know who are watching. He changed his name for that tournament. I don't know why.
Weirdo.
I'm sure it was disgusting, whatever it was.
And I don't actually remember. I think it.
Just having a quick look at the photos here.
I know 2K got Rookie of the Year. I don't remember if the Scouts was like Hoodie and 2K or Hoodie and Sneak or Sneak and 2K. Like I just don't remember.
I bet Hoodlum was in there. Like I bet between your guys' two teams, I bet that accounts for most of the All-Star awards that were out there.
I mean, I would say that's accurate.
Yeah.
I just don't remember at this
Which
point.
I know you said you didn't get your All-Star heavy until 2018, Steve. That's the only reason I know that, from what I remember, that you said you didn't win it that year is because you were like pretty stoked to win it in 2018, and you should have been because you played real good that year, man.
Thank you. I was pretty gutted, but I mean, like, Ducky is.
Really? This picture? Really?
Ducky.
This is the picture you're gonna show. Really?
Ducky.
Okay.
Ducky's one of the greatest heavies that's ever played our game. And so, missing out on like a All-Star or MVP, to him is not the worst thing in the world. I probably shouldn't skip through these, like, live because I can't remember if there's any bad ones.
You're just gonna see Mental's full-on asshole at some point.
Probably more likely is nutsack. So he must have got Rookie. What was that award for?
My God, Young King.
What's that?
And then we got
Okay,
Blair and Pat.
Enhance.
Most of these photos are yours too. I'm pretty sure I stole these
Who's
from
the
your
guy on the
Facebook
right?
a long time ago.
That's
it's
Pat.
Pat.
He's from Brisbane.
It's Pat. Okay.
Smooth. Oh,
Ooh, look at that guy.
I don't know. I'm gonna stop scrolling because we're gonna get into trouble.
that's probably safer.
Yeah,
it's probably a good idea.
What a tournament, especially for us. It was a great tournament for us. Yeah, we
good times.
We thoroughly enjoyed it.
Look at that dapper Steve with his fancy outfit.
Hell yeah, that was that. I can't remember what year was it. 2008. So me and Dan have been together for like a year. She made me that shit.
Nice
shit. Nice shit. Right, let's switch back over to here. Boy, oh boy, I love taking that trip down memory lane. Rockabilly Steve-O indeed. I think I might go back and watch it for the commentary later on.
The shit talk.
Oh my goodness, it's so amazing. If you guys want to do the same thing, that's the link there. You go check out Than's YouTube channel. The only videos on that are these videos.
Yeah, it's nothing but 2008 Nats
brilliant
videos. Yeah, sure.
Get your 2008 Nats on OnlyFans.
Tube. Versus Tuba Than, which is a different thing. I loved that year, and that year kind of cemented like competitive Space Marines for me, as I'm sure anyone who's won a tournament can kind of attest to. Like when you win and you get a taste of like climbing the mountain and being on top of the mountain with your teammates, there's not many feelings that of beat that. It's pretty great. Even for something as trivial as laser tag, like winning a laser tag tournament. Hey man, what's up? Oh dude, we I don't know if you've been watching, but we took a trip down memory lane, my friend.
Indeed.
And it was great. It was really great. But
for us.
What a dick punch. No, I don't recall there being photos of that. Love you, bro. Miss you. It was a good time for us, and for anyone who's won a tournament, you kind of know the feeling, especially. So for us beating one of the big brothers for Auckland Laserforce, which was essentially Oakley and Brisbane, Melbourne. Not Melbourne. Wellington for me anyway, because they'd kind of declined once I'd started playing competitively. But beating one of those two teams. I got play traffic now. But I remember the celebrations from 2003 when Oakley won against Brisbane. And you know, controversy aside, I remember the joy, seeing the joy that you guys felt, and I saw it again. And you see it every year, but like the ones that stand out are like Detroit, when Detroit won in their home site in 2018. 19. Fuck.
19,
when some other team won in Auckland. I can't remember.
Some other team.
Bunch
of jerks.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because the standard in Brisbane for so long was, we expect to win. There's less joy, more relief.
I felt lightheaded the entire day after, but that may have just been the severe fever
You're welcome.
that had been inflicted upon me. I slept for 16 hours. And then I went to Hobbiton.
It was a great time. Should I rewatch this stream or go use the toaster as a bath bomb? Oh my goodness. Well, to your credit, dude, like, you played pretty fucking good. But if you want to rewatch it, feel free to check him out right there.
Poor guy.
And you could join in the combined winning the combined winning of hearing Ballarat talk a lot of shit about everyone which is brilliant. Yeah, but all right, was there anything you guys want to kind of want to touch on before we finish up?
That was good fun.
I think best of everything. Yep, he totally was.
Yeah.
Let's just go straight to an interview with Mental, because this is just this is adding the quality content we've been missing.
Bro, I mean, I'd love to get him on the pod. Bro, if you want to come on the podcast at some point, we should. We're overdue, long overdue for a catch up. So, you know,
yeah, I think we've done a fairly good job of covering that particular final series, and yeah, we can. I think this is a good place to leave today.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was like my reintroduction back in, because SAC Laserforce came back
That's
not
right.
that long after, and I was like, yeah, I'm geared up to play now.
Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, chat's got real dark.
We're in full spice now.
Yeah, love it. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today, and thank you for taking the trip back down memory lane, back to our first and only Auckland tournament win.
Yes.
Yeah. Suck it.
So
Auckland.
far.
No. So far. Yeah. Brisbane 2025. Watch out. I'm pretty sure with their changes that all their maze is still Zimmer frame friendly. So I look forward to tearing shit up again with the boys.
Just get the Sawzall for the submarine doors.
Yeah. Oh no, they're gone. They are gone.
Oh, they got rid of those?
Yeah, they got rid of those. Yeah. Which, yeah, after 30 years, what the hell? So I could put, you come hang out in Brisbane next year.
You've never lived until you've tucked yourself into a ball and hurled yourself through one of those doorways.
We are off next week, I believe. Depends. I don't think Than is able, and I'm not sure if DK is willing. So we'll see.
Yeah, I will be up.
Stay tuned.
I'll be up in Seattle with my girlfriend at Emerald City Comic-Con, so I will come back with stories to regale you from that. But yeah, I will definitely not be available for any sort of show next week.
We'll talk during the week.
Yeah, we'll figure something else. We'll keep you guys in the loop in the Discord. There will be some streams during the week. If you want to come hang out with me as I do stuff on the internet, then that would be swell. But for this week, I've been Guy Next Door.
I've been the person who missed 2008 Nats.
And I've been Van.
Always remember to backtrack, kids. We will see you next time. Enjoy, for everyone out there who's about to watch Dune, enjoy your session, because it's gonna be great. Ka kite anō. We will see you guys next time. Peace.
Hey.